Greetings, Rajee Narinesingh here, trans activist, author, and actress. So, I want to talk about what it means to be the forbidden fruit. Well, you see, what I mean is there are a lot of men out there that are attracted to transsexual women. These men are basically heterosexual identifying. Many of them have girlfriends or are married. They definitely love women. But they also can appreciate a trans woman. They love our femininity, but they also love the exoticness of what a trans woman brings. Because of this, though, a lot of times these men that are heterosexual identifying and basically live in a heterosexual world don't feel comfortable about being open about the fact that they're attracted to trans women. And that has a lot to do with their concern about how the world will perceive them. You know, that whole identity thing. And because of that, the dynamics of relationships for many of us trans girls aren't the typical scenarios. Like, for instance, we may not get the dinners out or, the date out to a movie. The dynamics of the relationship oftentimes are that it's a secret. It's a secret. It's under the radar. I remember when I was a young child, probably about the age of 8, I went to a festival with my mom and my sister. And there was a fortune teller there, and I begged my mom for $1 so I could go get my palm read. And I went, and the fortune teller was reading my palm and basically telling me different things about my life. And then all of a sudden, she takes a big gasp and she says, "Oh my gosh, I see so many men, so many of them." And me being 8, I start to laugh. And she's like, "No, no, no, you don't understand. These men are going to want you. They're going to desire you sexually." And even at 8, I kind of had a knowing inside of me that, she's probably right. And I also knew that this wasn't something that I needed to tell my mom. Because when I went back, my mom was like, "What did the fortune teller tell you?" I told her everything except that. So, yeah, in retrospect, that fortune teller was right. I mean, since I have been public, about my story and been in the world media, I mean, it's even gone worldwide with the men contacting me here on YouTube or on Facebook. Men from all around the world. It's amazing. So, yeah, definitely we trans women have an allure about us. And let's just say that this fruit definitely knows how to stay sweet. And what I mean by that is we trans women are very strong. We have to be able to stand in our truth against many odds. There are many people out there that feel that this is wrong, but we know how we feel and we know who we are. And we have the strength to stand in our truth and live our authentic self. And we also are able to have scenarios work for us in the sense that if you can't take me to dinner, well, then you're going to bring me dinner. You get what I'm saying? Yes, you're going to bring me dinner. I remember when I was in my 20s, I was just coming out as trans, and there was an older trans woman, probably at the time she might have been near 50. And this guy was all in my face, and I was like feeling him, he was really cute. And he had walked away for a moment, and when he walked away, she grabbed my arm and she says, "Girl, I hope you're going to get something out of him." Well, I just kind of laughed, and she's like, "No, no, no, I'm serious, girl. Take it from me. These men will use you up, and you will be there with no food in your refrigerator." And what she meant is that even though the relationships may be secret or under the radar, and it may not be the ideal relationship in the sense of like you being open about it and going out on like a regular date, make sure that there's some sort of integrity when it comes to how you're treated in the relationship. Make sure that you're getting something out of it, you're not being used. And so that always stuck with me. I never forgot that. And it's amazing how someone can touch your life in just a moment, because I never saw her again. So, but those words stayed with me. And I've kind of reminded myself of that as I've lived my life, and as I've had different scenarios in relationships. I had a guy tell me recently, he's like, "Well, if the world was different, I might be willing to be open about the fact that I like you, that I'm attracted to you, and that I want to be with you." And I looked at him and I said, "Babes, sometimes you can't wait for the world. You can't wait for the world. You have to show the world." So what I'm trying to say is, if you like tangerines, don't settle for the oranges. Go for the tangerine and enjoy the fruit. Love, peace, and blessings.